Ruth, the lady who wouldn't leave God. Naomi and her family were of the tribe of Judah, and they were living in the Promised Land during the time of the Judges. They knew all about God. They were God's children. But the place where Naomi and her husband and sons were living had a famine. That means not enough food. So they decided to move away to a place called Moab until the famine was over. But sometime after moving, Naomi's husband died. So her 2 sons settled down and married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other named Ruth. Ruth and Orpah had never lived in the Promised Land, so we're not sure how much they knew about God at first. They had probably heard all about the parting of the Red Sea and about Joshua and the walls of Jericho falling down, and they had lots of time to ask their husbands and Naomi questions all about Yahweh and all the mighty and wonderful things He had done. Ruth and Orpah loved Naomi, and Naomi loved them. Then one day, Orpah's husband died. Then Ruth's husband died. They were all sad. Now they were 3 widows with no husbands or fathers or brothers or sons around to help take care of them. God designed the world in a way that men and women need each other. Men can love and protect and help take care of women in special ways. This is one of those shadow things that God created to show how Jesus loves His bride, His church. Men can provide a lovely and much appreciated covering for ladies, like an umbrella on a rainy day. Sure, if someone wants to be or has to be without an umbrella in the pouring rain, they can survive. But having a shield from the pouring rain or some shade from the hot sun is much nicer. Now that Naomi's husband and sons were gone and the famine in her homeland was over, Naomi decided it was time for her to move back to her real home in the Promised Land. Orpah and Ruth wanted to go too. As they set out on the road toward the Promised Land, Naomi said to them, "You don't need to stay with me. You should go back to your mom's and dad's houses. Then you can get married again and be happy and protected." "No way, we won't go," they cried. But Naomi kept saying, "Please go back to your old home. It will be better for you. I know you want children, and I don't have any more sons for you to marry." Orpah and Ruth cried and cried. But after a while, Orpah hugged Naomi and left to go back to her old home in Moab. But not Ruth. Ruth said, "Please, stop trying to convince me to leave. I'm not going to leave no matter what you say. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Wherever you die, I will die, and I will be buried there with you. May Yahweh punish me if I do not keep this promise." Ruth had obviously been listening with a soft heart to everything she had heard about Yahweh, and Ruth had decided she was not going back to her old land and home. Ruth wasn't worried about whether she had a husband or children. Yahweh was her God now, and she would not leave Him. That was what really mattered to her now. So she was going to stick close to Naomi and go back with her to her Promised Land home where there were more people who knew God. Naomi didn't try to stop Ruth from coming with her anymore. Naomi saw that Ruth's heart was to stick close to God and that she would never leave Him now that she had found Him.